he would. It is a numbers game, right? That's what you're saying. But the thing is, the numbers are not worth it here.
Damn, Perk did this?
I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
One of the things that I will say, especially a brother who's traveled to multiple countries, not only do they think that we are like well off, yes, so they know that they have security, but also it's also about our persona, how we carry ourselves, how we communicate with them, right? So it's everything down the line. So they view us as that whole package of high value. So yes, the money is in it, but it's not just that one particular thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
what if I'm able to.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's the main thing though. So what I'm saying is that
that's the main thing. No matter where you go.
No, but it's not though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I respectfully have to disagree because the thing about it is right. Because the thing about it is that usually. Now, if most men, both of you gentlemen, Reese and Lakari, both of you gentlemen are married, right? And I'm sure that you guys are, very, top earners, whatever the case is, or at least substantial earners, right? Now, the thing is that if you told your wives that you guys wanted her to be the substantial earner and didn't want to do anything, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to fly. It may fly with you guys per se, but if we were to ask, like everyone that's in this chat room, there's 337 people. I'm going to say at least maybe 300 of them are men. And an overwhelming answer, men are going to say, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to say women are just particularly just greedy. But what I will say is that women want to make sure that they have a man that's going to be able to protect and provide. And being able to have money does come with that.
No, I agree with you on that aspect. But this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Women, there's 5 types of attraction a woman has for a man. Right. It's physical, sexual, behavioral, resource attraction, and friendship attraction. So what happens is that money is resource attraction, meaning they're attracted to you because of your money and your resources and stuff like that, right? What you have to understand is sexual attraction is the most powerful attraction. You understand? So what I'm saying, this is why a woman can have a husband and she will cheat on her husband who's making 6 figures with a bum. You understand what I'm saying? She will go have sex with a bum even though her husband has 6 figures. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
but she's not going to leave him though.
No, but sometimes they do. This is what you got to understand. Sometimes what happens is the side dude has to tell the woman not to leave her man. Ask me how I know. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that when that woman is dealing with that guy who don't got money, right? And she's sexually attracted to him and she's all in love with this dude, right? She wants to leave her husband who she's just using for money. Then I said using on purpose. She's using him for money because that's the draw. Now, what women generally want is a guy they're sexually attracted to and has resources. That's like the perfect nigga. That's the perfect dude. If you're sexually attractive to a woman and you have resources, you're the perfect guy. The problem is that women can either get one or the other. They get a guy who they're sexually attracted to, but he ain't about shit. So he can never be in a relationship with her. He's inconsistent, whatever. Or she gets a guy who has resources, but he's not that sexually attractive. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that most women, what they do is they settle for a guy who has resources, even though they want a guy who they're sexually attracted to and has resources. You understand? Like, for example, there was a guy who did a speech. He asked the audience, he said, hey, do dogs like bones? The audience said yes. He said, no, dogs like steak. They settle for bones. So women like guys they're sexually attracted to and have resources, but they'll settle for a guy who has resources. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So would you say that I just want to know, yes or no, is there a difference between foreign women and American women?
A difference in how? What do you mean?
Just like generally, would you say that they're the same? Because a lot of people say that women are the same everywhere.
Oh yeah, women are the same everywhere in the sense of them being women, them being, having the same type of feminine type of like vibes that they're gonna have. This like everywhere. It's basically everywhere.
Okay, so what exactly is your disagreement with some of my points? Like, what are a few disagreements? I still haven't heard that one.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I don't have any disagreements except for guys who are saying tricking is like being a player. That was my whole disagreement with this whole thing. I said I don't care what guys going overseas are doing and tricking and all that stuff. My whole disagreement is when a person, like for example, dudes is like, well, we got receipts. How you going to have receipts if you paying for the woman? That's not a receipt. You understand what I'm saying? You're paying for the girl, so that's like if a person is baking cookies from scratch, right? And then they show the process and they film it, that's a receipt. But if I order cookies on DoorDash and I take a picture of it, that's not a receipt. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't put any skill into getting what I got. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I know the 2 reaction videos you did, it didn't sound like you agreed with about anything that I said.
I got to see the specific things because like a lot of like one of the things that, again, like I was saying, where you were saying that it's that bad out here. I totally disagree with that. What I'm saying is that it's that bad for the particular guy. So whenever you are talking about a woman, you have to add "with me" at the end of the sentence. This girl has an attitude with me. These Western women are fucked up with me. You see what I'm saying? Like it has to be the person. It's not them just being like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I disagree with.
So if there's an overwhelming amount of men saying the same things,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has to somewhat be true in a sense, right?
But what's the overwhelming amount, though? That's the thing. I mean, when you just hear people, complaining or commenting, negatively on YouTube in a comment section, that's not overwhelming.
Right.
That's 200. That's my thing. You know what I mean? So I can attest to that. So like with Austin, it's like I said, it's like if all 4 of us just had a night out in town in LA or something, the experience will probably be mad different because we'll probably be like having like some crazy positive energy, hollering at a bunch of chicks or whatever, even though we married or whatever, but we'll just be having a good time socializing and the come up will be different. But Austin can also understand, like, yeah, he probably had a hard time in this aspect, but he probably knows another guy next door who's not having a hard time, who's been having like everybody has a drought season once in a while. It happens. It's a lottery. It is. It's a numbers game at the end of the day. Just like when you move overseas, there may be a possibility where you're going to have an off night. Yeah, you'll maybe have some girls here and there, but those girls are going to run into some other guys too who are visiting or some guys who are migrating from the States. You're not going to be like, okay, these bitches over here are whack. You're going to be like, it's a numbers game. Let me go out and try again, when I got the time or whatever. I just look at it as like that. It's like when you get over there, I'll even ask you this, Austin. If you knew a guy who was having like a drought season out there, how would you tell him to pull chicks? What advice would you give him if he was having dating trouble?
It is a numbers game, right? That's what you're saying. But the thing is, the numbers are not worth it here.